Morning guys, how are you? Well, how are you all of the price action? Disaster price. Before the market open, it just going to take everything, man. Come on. By the way, guys, can you hear me? Why I don't have any active account? I've just passed the account. Why they're saying that I don't have any active account? Oh, okay, profit. That's why they're saying that I don't have any active account. I'm just sharing this, but I can't show you the execution. Regarding futures profit target achieved, dear Naduman, just I have just passed the account. That's why they are not letting me in this area. I'm just not able to show you the execution, unfortunately. I didn't know that if I pass the account, then they won't let me into that area and I won't be able to show you the account. Yeah, just pass the account. That's why they are saying that I don't have any active account. So maybe they will give me the funded account and I won't be able to enter into that challenge account. I'm not absolutely account passed. That's why maybe they're not letting me in, unfortunately. I was really interested to share the execution, but as you can see that I'm just not able to enter. Okay, so unfortunate. If I knew that, then I wouldn't touch the 3000. Instead of that, I would maybe stop like 2900, something like that. I really wanted to show you the execution. I was just interested to pass that account, not interested to make the money from that account. So don't get confused. So sometimes I say I'm not interested to trade, and then I started to trade. I just bought it just to pass it. I've just passed it. That's all. However, we'll see. This is the 9:30 open. We'll have a big opening gap, I believe. Huge opening gap. Yeah, opening gap. Let's see if it can fall first to trade some of the area of the opening. I'm just not interested to talk about any pre-market analysis or anything today. You guys will do that by yourself. I've already told you to mark the buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity. That's all I'm doing. I have only the buy side liquidity, as you can see here. This buy side liquidities over here. I had some other buy side liquidity that just been cleared. That is here around in this area. The next buy side liquidity, that is the extreme buy side liquidity. Prior to 9:30, the FVZ, as you can hear. As long as this FVZ is not broken, I will looking for the buying opportunity. Back in 1 minute chart. First, I will let this market to fall a bit as a reaction of this area. New week opening gap. This new week opening gap and the new day opening gap reaction will send the market a bit lower. Then we'll see if I can find any buying opportunity. Just not going for any analysis. You have done it by yourself. I believe so. I'll just go for the trade. And if any of you know that if I can enter to that challenge account that I have just passed, if I can, or if there is any way, just let me know because I really want to show you the price action over here from 15-second chart, obviously. Uh, but just 1 minute chart is messy, but 15-second chart is like awesome, just awesome. So beautiful price action, man. I was just mesmerized by the price action. No, you can't. They will only give you the new fund. Oh man, seriously. I didn't know that when I will pass it, immediately they will just close it. I didn't know that. I thought that maybe end of the day they will give me like the funded account until the end of the day. I'll be able to enter to that account. Unfortunately, I was not. However, this I what did I tell you? Remember, prior to 9:30, mark the FVG as well as mark if you have the buy side liquidity from 15 minute chart, which I have. I don't have any sell side liquidity, so I have only buy side liquidity. Mark 1 minute sell side liquidity. That 1 minute sell side liquidity, see this relatively equal lows. I'm watching. Can the market do this? Like, I'm just waiting for that thing. So, yeah, it can fall a bit more until the upper quadrant of the opening gap. That is acceptable. But this relatively equal loss has to be cleared if I would love to take any short of buy. And I will only look for the buy as long as this market is above this FBG, which is prior to 9:30 from 15 minutes chart. So as long as it is above this gap, I'm interested to take the buy only. Price action right now a bit difficult because above here I have new week opening gap, new day opening gap. Below here I have this new day opening gap as well as this this gap over here as well as this new week old week opening gap. All of this area. So this is the low probable area to trade, to be honest. But still we'll try. If this plan work, I will go for the trade. If it doesn't work, I'm not gonna take any trade. Has to fall, clear the liquidity. Yeah, it can fall for this upper quadrant, it can fall for this area. Wherever it will fall, I will start to look for buy. Has to fall first. And at the same time, if it close below this IPC, maybe I'll start to think about sell. Selling is low probability to me as I don't have any sell side liquidity. So maybe I'll not take any kind of any short of sell. Here I have some sell side liquidity. Actually, this is so beautiful from 15-second chart. Here's some sell side liquidity. Here's some sell side liquidity around this area. Here has some sell side liquidity, but we'll see for this market. So far market has cleared that relatively equal lows. You can see this relatively equal lows has been cleared. Traded that 50-minute bullish gap. Time to look for a buying opportunity. I'm gonna mark another gap from 1 minute chart, which was prior to 9:30. The last FVG would love to see. Can I use this gap to take my buy? That means if this market closed above this gap now, I'll start to look for the buy from this gap. More importantly, it's better to wait for the order block to confirm that entry from this gap. We'll see how it is going to react. Okay. Good morning. Can you make Hindi learning video for future trading? I don't speak Hindi, brother, unfortunately. So I won't be able to do that, brother, unfortunately. Oh, it is reacting from here. New week opening gap, new day opening gap. Overnight big run. Let's see. Remember, I am not going to take even a single sell as long as the 50-minute candle doesn't close below this gap. So if it keep falling, I will see them as a Judas swing, or I will expect a weak, long week from the 15-minute chart. So it will fall here, then it will start to go higher. Just not interested to frame any sort of sell as I don't have any sells. Please guys don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel who are new over here. Hmm. So let's see how it is going to react. I have also this bearish gap here. So I'll observe that gap as well, that bearish gap, because this gap is extremely important. But I'm not interested to use this gap as a what to say, I mean the inversion fair value gap. That means market is going to close and then tap to this gap. I'm not interested to take the buy from here. Instead of that, I prefer it will fall again, then come here, then tap here, then we'll take the buy. Otherwise, I'll not take the buy from this gap. And remember, I'm not looking for any sort of sell just because I don't have any sell side liquidity. If I had some sell side liquidity, maybe I could look for some sort of sell. As I don't have any sell side, I'm not interested to take any sort of sell. And obviously, this candle has to confirm that I'm bearish. Still is respecting this bullish gap, so not interested. Take the sell. If any of you would love to go for the sell, please go for that. I really appreciate it. If this market closed above this gap, I'll take the buy from this gap. But it closed above this gap, respected from this gap, then keep falling. I don't care. I'm not interested to take any short of buy. Here in 1 minute chart, here you have a very small FVG around this area. Keep an eye over here as well because it can stop the market, send it higher. If this market really doesn't want to trade the opening gap upper quadrant or the 50. This is the most important gap right now that can hold the market, send it higher. But I'm not interested to take any short of, no sell, no buy, nothing. As long as it's not going to show me that I'm bullish. Just because it's reacting from a very obvious level, you see. Just this is just a reaction, I believe. That means market came here, reacted. It should give some respect to the strongest PDRA. Is giving that respect. I believe so. Okay. My main target is this buy side liquidity, and this is the extreme one. I just don't know about that. If I don't find any opportunity to take entry, I will not go for any sort of entry. I'll keep waiting. Just keep observing this gap, that gap. Okay? Keep observing. That is the area. This is the area with the new weak opening gap over here. So this is aligned with each other. It can stop the market, send it higher. If it fall, I know that it's falling for that trading that upper quadrant. 50% of the opening gap have a lot of this area which is absolutely open. We'll see. Build relatively equal lows, this low, that low, relatively equal lows. Below here, another last FVG around here. You can see it. I mean, I'm feeling bad because I'm not able to show you these executions. The where I push the button. I was not interested to show you this to influence you to trade this area because it's really so tough. If you really don't understand what you are doing, it will simply blow your mind and you will blow your account. So this is really so precise price action from 15 second chart. I was really curious to show you this. Unfortunately, I really oh man, if I knew that I wouldn't go. Oh, I'm feeling bad now. Remember, no buy, nothing, nothing yet. It has to close above this gap to take the buy. If it closes above this gap, I'm gonna take the buy from this gap. Remember, it has to close above that gap. I'm gonna take the buy from here. If it doesn't close, I'm not gonna take any short of buy. Why it's happening like that way? Oh man, where is the contract? I'll just frame it, okay? Oh no, no, Mickey, that was not the execution actually. I just shared the Discord. That was not the execution. I was not interested to talk about that actually. It came after that. Came after that. So here you can see it's I had 52,571 USD. So if I wanted to pass it, it should be 53,000. After this actually that happened, I took a loss here at first, and then the real I mean beauty started from here. I really wanted to show that to you, not this one. This was just simple. Anybody could do that. You could do that as well. But after this, when price came here, I took a loss here. I took a buy and I got stopped out. Then I actually took the legendary buy over there. Unfortunately, I just didn't take the short screenshot because I wanted to show that to you in live, and that's why I just didn't take any kind of screenshot. But now I can see that they just logged me out, unfortunately. I hate it. By the way, I'm not gonna take trade on that account. So I have still some money to my account for PayPal account. So I'll buy another challenge account actually because they have like 70% discount right now. By the way, guys, Blue Guardian Futures has 70% discount. If any of you are interested to buy any account, please make sure that you have used the code T2. You'll get 70% discount for Blue Guardian Futures. Really a good future perform. Guys, wanna try? Guys can take a look. Okay. Remember, I'm waiting for this candle to close above this gap to take the buy. I'm not interested to take any short of sell. No sell is valid. I'm not interested to use any sort of order block here because it's not going to change any state of delivery. This is a bullish state of delivery. So either way, this is not gonna change anything. If the body close above this, I'll take the buy from here. I will adjust the stop loss later. I'm just not able. I really don't know why it's not working. Let me try one more time. What is that contract? I don't know. I can't do that. Am I missing it? Candle will close. We'll trade this gap. I'll take the buy. Stop loss is below this candle over here. So that candle. And we'll go for that buy side liquidity here. Not here. Let's see if it can take me. Okay. If it doesn't take me, that's a bad luck. Unfortunately, like yesterday we got the entry. Today maybe we are not going to get the entry. Not going to cry for that if it miss it. But the main factor is we know how to deal with this price action. We are waiting for that specific area to appear and then we are interested to go for the trade. I'll count 5 candle maximum to take me. If it doesn't take me within 5 candle, I'll wait for the order block to take the trade. Order block is a confirmation. So if it takes too long, come back again to this gap, I'll take an order block trade. There you go. Plus, that's the entry over here. Partial 1 is to 1 here. Partial should be there. I don't care it will come to this buy side liquidity or not. All I care, can it give me the partial without stopping me out, okay? After taking the partial, I'll try to put my stop loss to the break even and then will hold the trade as long as it will try to go, as long as I can catch it, okay? Look at this 15-minute candle over here. Look at that 15-minute candle. It came until here and then closed over there. How beautifully it built a wick around this area, just a wick. Those people who started to think that this is a bearish market and they tried to take the sell, they already got stopped out. And when they got stopped out, we waited for some sort of thing that is very obvious for us to take the entry. We tried to take the entry from there. Fortunately, we got the entry. Now it's time to see if we can get the boom. Okay, At the same time, you can see here this high has been cleared over here by a shallow run, which is called the obvious liquidity. I want to see if this market can go for that obvious liquidity. There is a small gap, bullish gap around this area, as well as this old gap, reclaimed gap, which is gonna be worked as a inverse gap. So inverse gap, reclaimed gap, buy side sorry, obvious buy side liquidity, partial target. I'm not going to put my target over here because I know that nobody will write down boom to me. That's why I'm gonna put my target over there. I need the boom. This is hard work, right? Let's see if I can get that boom or not. My stop loss is not like in a random level, a bit below of this candle, a bit below. Okay. So I think it's 26 handle, so I'll move it a bit higher. We'll go for 1:1. 27 handle, one tick. I'll go for this 27 handle, one tick here. Try to take the partial around here, 1:1, and will close my trade over there, which is not like huge. Remember that. I mean not small, huge. Even if you close the trade over here, you will be profitable. 27 handle, you'll be profitable. Trust me, man. Remember, I'm going against the new week open gap, a very tough area to trade. This whole zone is very tough. How many times this is gonna be respected? How many times this is going to be respected? I have no idea. So I'm working with high resistance liquidity run area, the strongest PDR area. I'm working with them. This is the opening gap high around here that is being respected right now. Can the body close below this gap? 100% it can do that. I don't have any problem with that. Even if the body close below this gap or below the constant crossment of this gap, I don't have any problem with that. All I care, the break, this gap has been built by this candle. Body should not go below that low. That's all I care about. Overnight big run can cause the morning session consolidation. I got stopped out. It didn't work. We'll wait for the re-entry opportunity. If it failed to clear this low, then we'll take the re-entry from the same area. If it cleared this low, we'll wait for the another opportunity. Done for 20, not even the 20. Relatively equal lows. Okay. Let's see if it can clear that relatively equal lows, then start to go higher again. In short, there is a cell just from here to here, a very small cell. It will tap to the low to that line. Like how many handle? Okay, it didn't give it that also. It was market didn't go higher where I was interested to see that market will go, but it didn't go. Instead of that, it fall one more time, cleared that relatively equal lows over here, trade that gap as well as trade this upper quadrant of the opening gap. We'll wait to see if it can provide me another opportunity. These gaps I can't use anymore. They are not important at all. We'll wait to see if it can make any other setup for me. Right now, I don't have any setup. I have this sell side liquidity over here. So one thing actually, risk. I can frame a sell here for this relatively equal loss. I will just observe, not interested to take. Sell from here. That means when it will come here, I really would love to see a fall, not taking it. Okay, I can take it because it's just 20 handle. I'll go for this short period of sell. Take it. However, uh, however, guys, just remember this area, the whole area is highly difficult to trade just because of I have the resistance here, I have the support here. So it's really so difficult to trade for any sort of area. I mean, any kind of explanation. This is difficult to trade while this market will keep bouncing in between two new week opening gap. But here, this is an opportunity to take the sell for this sell side liquidity, which I really would love to grab. So from here, stop loss just above this gap, it's just 20 handle. I think it's a good deal to go for this trade. If it doesn't work, we have to switch again for the buy, and it will keep bouncing. How long it will keep bouncing, I really don't have any idea. In other words, if I don't want to go for the trade, I have to let this market to close above this whole area, find a good opportunity to take the buy for this buy side liquidity. So what I will do over here, if I would really love to trade around this area, I have to observe that, I have to make sure, or I have to set up my mind that I can get a stop out 2, 3, 4 times, because I'm not waiting for some good area to trade. Like yesterday, if you see, we have traded, when we have traded yesterday, we have a good fall from this to that. This is a good fall. We had no restriction over there. We could keep trading around this area. But today, when we are trading, we don't have a good area to trade. Just look at this, what is happening around this area. This is that area which is holding the market, this is that area that is holding the market. So is this market is going to fall, or is this going to go higher? How this market is going to trade around this area, this is the highest difficult area to trade. Exactly over here, bias is bullish. You can see this gap is still holding, but when it was going to fall, it came until here. While this candle has already done its job, it doesn't need to fall until here. Okay, it came here, perfect. Now is it going to break all of this area? I have to think like that way. I will try buy, sell, didn't work, we'll go for the buy again. I can't look for the sell again while it is showing that I'm respecting. Then I will frame a buy, maybe it will come here again and it will stop me out again. But I will keep framing the trade, because the area should look for to a busy 1, 2. Again, we'll take the buy from this gap if it can build this gap. But I think this time the stop loss is gonna be a bit bigger. 36 handle, unfortunately. But I have to look for this buy again. I just push the button because I'm not able to put the limit order, but you guys can simply put, take the order right now. Like when this candle trade this gap, you can take the trade right now. Now, is it going to work? I'm not highly confident, because as I explained right now, it is just bouncing in between these two areas. I will keep framing the trade while it will keep going higher. I have to frame the trade when it is going higher, but any kind of sell is low probability. But buying, I have to keep framing them. Still, I can let them go, or maybe I'll try to go if it's very small stop loss, like 20 handle, something like that. But buy, I have to catch that buying opportunity. I have to take it. At the end of the day, I believe this is gonna be broken. At the end of the day, whenever it is, finally it is going to be broken. I believe so. So here is to FVG around here. We have already a loss of 27 handle. I've just covered the breakaway gap. This candle low, that candle high, just the breakaway gap. See if it can go higher right now. If it doesn't go higher, keep falling again. It means this is an unbelievable area to trade. Again, highly restricted area. How many times it's gonna be respected and how many times it's gonna be respected, I have no idea. Any sort of buy is a high probability comparing to sell. If you really would love to trade here, you can do two things. First, you can let the sell go, and anytime it will give you the buying opportunity, take the buy. And if you really are very conservative, I don't want to take any risk, either do the paper trade or just let the market decide where it really would love to go. It will close out this area, then frame the trade, like around this area on my right hand side. When it will close out this area, then try to frame your trade for this buy side liquid. Otherwise, as I shown you, or you are seeing the price is just bouncing in between these two zone. High probable area, low probable area. This is the lowest probable area to trade. Around this area, I have covered this breakaway gap. It should not come to this breakaway gap, but it's coming to this breakaway gap, and maybe it's going to stop me out, and then maybe it is keep falling and take that low again, then it will start to go higher again. Like, what is going to happen? No confident area. This area has no confidence. Come on, man. It has finally, I mean, fully broke this gap. It should not even touch this breakaway gap, where it has fully closed this gap. Bullshit. Before the 9:30, it was so beautiful price action, and I was really afraid of this price action around this morning session, just because of the area, the zone. Buy side, sorry, yeah, I got a stop out here again. This is that area which is covered by the new week opening gap, new day opening gap. This is the area covered by the new week opening gap, as well as I have some new day opening gap in between this area. So I was really afraid. That's why I trade this morning session for 9:30. Otherwise, I wouldn't go for the trade, because I had so beautiful buy side liquidities, which one of them has been cleared already. One of them has been cleared. This is that relatively equal highs, this perfectly at random level. It should not respect from here. It has to reach at least over here, which is the last FVG. Now it has closed below this gap as well. Let's see how it is going to work. Overnight big run, like, just look at the run from the overnight. Boom. Is going to cause the, what to say, I mean, the some sort of confusion over here. Market is not going to respect. It is just bouncing, keep bouncing from each other. There is only way to trade this market is to let the market go to the morning session, come back around the PM session. You are going to get the beautiful price action around the PM session. Morning session, most of the time, is disaster. You have like big run overnight. Hmm. Now, should I look for a sell? Should I look for a buy? Because the body has closed below this FBZ. According to the rules, I should look for sell now. At the same time, I can clearly see that this gap is holding the market. This new week opening gap, how beautifully it is holding the market. Now, what should I do? Any of you can help me regarding this issue, because I'm now, I have to ask this question to you so that you guys also can understand. While this gap has been broken, which is prior to 9:30, I should start to look for sell. Now, if I start to look for sell, where is my sell side liquidity? I don't have any sell side liquidity. This is from 1 minute chart and 50-second chart, so they don't have any value. I don't have any sell side liquidity. I don't have any sell side liquidity. I have, finally, I have some sell side liquidity here, which is near about, like, how many handle? Near about 5 handle below. Okay, near about 5 handle below. Now, should I look for buy right now? If I would love to look for buy around this area, isn't it going to stop the market and send it lower? Or this gap is gonna be respected again? Or maybe it will trade some sort of 1 minute chart bearish FVG, and then it will start to fall. What should I do right now? I should just let this market go. I have to wait for this market to trade whatever it wants to do. It has to let this go. I mean, you have to let this go, and then you have to come back around PM session. Either you will get the good price action around PM session, or maybe this is gonna happen like rest of the day. Good price action after the big night overrun is very rare. It is always very rare. If you are expecting good price action after the big night overrun, very rare. However, two losses already. Big loss. It's not a small loss. It's big loss. How can I trade this market? This is only one way to trade this market, and that is you have to wait for this market to close above this gap. That is the only way to trade this market. When this market will close above this area, you are allowed to take any trade. I mean, any short of trade you are allowed to take. Otherwise, this is always difficult to trade this market, and I believe it's gonna be an heartbeat or the like the live saver machine, beep machine, something like that. But if I could go to the 15-second chart, of course I could do something here. I know that. I can feel that. Let me see if they have provided me any funded account or not. Okay. They provide me the funded account. I'll just log in and then I'll try it. Hey, Blue Guardian Futures, give me my funded account. Me back. Oh, they didn't. Buy one. Remember, when this candle closed below this gap, I should look for sell, but on my right hand side, I can see respecting this new opening gap so beautifully. So should I go for buy right now? If I would love to look for the buy, is this gap is not going to stop the market and send it lower? I don't know that. Is this new day opening gap is going to hold the market and send it lower? I don't know that. At the same time, how long it will fall? I don't know that because I have no sell side liquidity. What can I do? Nothing. Keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting. However, this first buy was a logical buy to me because it was perfectly respected everything. That buy was absolutely good. Then this buy, other days you'll see how beautifully it will work. Other days, just go before like yesterday or maybe the day before yesterday and see how beautifully it worked. So beautifully and respected. But today, why it is not working? Two reasons. First reason is that run. Market opened here and came here even before the market opened. From there to there, near about 300 handle. Near about 300 handle, market has already given before the market opened. And now when the market opened, people are saying market went too far. So what they will try here, first gap up, take the buy, market will fall, stop them out. Then they will try to take the sell, it will go higher, stop them out. Those people who didn't push the button because it's a big run, overnight big run, and just waiting for the perfect opportunities, all you have to do, wait for this market to close above this area. Doesn't it look like too messy to you guys? Seems like very messy to me. Messy. Like here, when it was inside this gap, I told, what did I tell you? Remember? As long as it's inside this area, I'm not interested to trade anything. First, it has to close below, go for the trade. Trade this new week opening gap, reversed from there, tap, 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 and then come here. Another new week opening gap. Now, this new opening gap, new opening gap previously has been violated. Look at this violation over here, over here, over here. It has been violated, like it doesn't have any value. And today, it's reacting like I'm everything. I have the power to stop the market. I'm everything. So don't try to bargain with me. Let me decide when I'm gonna be broken. Again, I should look for sell, but I'm not able to take the sell just because I don't have any sell side liquidity. I have some sell side liquidity over here from 1 minute chart. That's not worthy to take the sell, however. So let this go. Let's see if it can give me any sort of good price action before closing the game session. If it give me that, I'll go for the trade. What happened? The chat. You're asking about trading a real account? Go back, yes, and check it. If I would love to trade my real account, I'm not interested to explain anything. So if you see yesterday when I pushed the button, I was stopped. I was not talking anything over there. I was just quiet. I was trading by myself. So you expect to explain you the price action and trading by myself, everything with all of this pressure, and so that you can simply sit over there and take the entries, copy my trades. So easy, right, brother? Go and do some hard work. Don't be a shit. Don't try to depend on other people, brother. I think he lost an account. He wants to copy trade laws. Yeah, that's the problem. These people are shit because they don't want to do any sort of hard work. They just want to go some people, random people, and they want to copy their trade to want to be a good profitable trader. Okay, so when they will take two losses, and both losses they have taken like huge leverage, blow that account, they don't have any risk management, no money management, nothing. They will start to blame other people. ICT actually talked about this type of people a lot of time. Like, yeah, just let it go because I don't want to ruin my mood at the beginning of the stream. Still, this is shit price action. I will wait for the good price action. Will frame the next, next probable trade. Mhm. Cool, baby, cool, cool. Don't worry, brother, just cool. I told that I don't know how to trade. Why you copy my trade? Don't copy my trade. I don't know how to trade, man. This is to shut him down because he's asking for that. Okay. You see here, 2026 January 14th. On not that. I'm sorry. I think that was the PM session reversal. The PM session recap. Yeah, that was the PM session recap. Sorry. Look at this one. January 2026, January 14th. Yesterday morning session. Yesterday morning session was here. Not paper account, brother. Not paper account. Okay. You can say this is the trading view chart. Just go back and check this yesterday morning session. And that account I just showed you here. Unfortunately, I can't show this to you. Okay. This is that account. Profit target achieved. Just don't copy others people. Okay. Do hard work, man. Do hard work. Depend on yourself. Don't depend on other people. No, don't block him. He is depressed because he lost an account, I believe so. That's why he's depressed a bit. It happens, man. When I lose I blow the account, of course, I will not feel good. I will try to blame someone else. It's not my fault, it's others' fault. That's why I blow my account because of ICT. Huh? Don't block him. He'll be okay. He'll be okay, man. Shit. The price is shit right now. I think I didn't remove them. This one trade was 80 handle where there was two trade, even though I didn't want to push the button and clearly told not to push the button over here, nothing to do over here. I showed you this trade here, I showed you this trade here to that other account, right? The pushing button was here, and that trade was with you guys. That day, the day before yesterday, there was another one. Win, win, and I think there was a small loss. Then I took my trade over here, just closing the stream, and also frame this trade, just didn't push the button. I told that this is the trade, just not going to push the button. This is another trade. So one, two, three winning trade, then a losing trade, unfortunately, then took that buy to my account. Here, one win, two win, one win in the morning, two second win in the evening. I just removed, I think the rest of all is removed. One win, two win, three win. There was four winning trade. Here was like, I think I framed three winning trade, and then before that, three days were disaster. Actually, was really bad. And today's price action, simply a shit price action. Don't wanna follow the rules. It's up to you, brother. Overnight big run always cause the morning session choppy. Good morning, Khurshid. No, Shohil maybe lost his account. Okay, guys, just let him go. I don't wanna win mood with that guy. However, I will wait to see if this market can close above this area to frame my trade for this buy side liquidity. If it do that, I'll go for that. Of course, I can keep trying, and if I do that, like if I would love to try to break it, I have to listen those type of word that this is shit, okay, people are losing money. I have to listen about that, so I'll wait for the perfect area to go for the trade, then I'll go for the easy way, easy trade. Okay, not interested to read this difficult area, how to break this down. I don't want, I'm not gonna do that. Hey Blum, thanks for writing. Good morning, brother. Right now this market is just trading in between this new week opening gap, that new week opening gap. I'm gonna remove this gap from my chart, this gap, because I really don't think so it has any job today, just because this new week opening gap, that new week opening gap, they're playing the main roles. That's why I'm just moving or removing this gap from my chart. We'll go remove all of them over here, and then we'll see if it provide me. Right now, simply I have to wait. So as long as this market will keep doing this, I will keep waiting to see if this market can go higher. I will not frame any sort of sell. No sell is valid to me. I'll only look for the buying opportunity. At the same time, I'm gonna mark this last FBC from 1 minute chart, extend it to my right. Lowest down close body close candle. So far, this is the candle order block. Extend it to my right. I would love to see if it can work as an order block. This candle can work as an order block. We'll mark the min threshold. I'm just not marking it, just keep observing it. Can it be an order block? After trading an order block, if it build a bullish gap, just a bullish gap, that bullish gap will be an high probable opportunity to go for the buy. Again, I'm not gonna take that buy just because I just don't know how long it will keep respecting. So I'm just not going to take the trade. I'll just frame them the way I think this market will work. First, this market came here, built this obvious liquidity. So I'm not interested to see that liquidity has been cleared. It's perfectly building liquidity. Market fall, upper quadrant of the opening gap, the upper quadrant, fall, went higher, fall again, took that liquidity, come here, again fall here. I have no idea why it has fallen again. Maybe it will fall again one more time to clear this clean lows for going higher. We'll see. At the same time, if this word block hold the market, build a bullish cap, try to frame the trade, not going to take it because the only probable area take entries above this area. So I'll only push the button while this market is going above this area. So I don't want to listen any shit anymore from the chat. Let's wait. If you ever see overnight big run, how many times did I talk about that? How many times did I talk about that? Overnight big run cause morning session choppy price action. Look at, just write it down. Read it, man. Rule number 13. If there is a overnight big run, mostly morning session is choppy. Most of the time, the morning session is choppy. What is your job? Either read the market, do the paper trade, or try to take some trade through your challenge account. Don't involve your price action or the funded account. If you ever see there is a big run overnight, it's gonna be a choppy price action. Read it, man. Do some hard work. Don't be a lazy shit. Read them. Study, man. This is an overnight big run near about 500 handle. What do you expect this morning session? Of course, the choppy price action. I tried to trade, didn't work. Okay, let it go. Maybe this is not a day for me. I'll come back tomorrow. Good morning, Archana. Higher time frame bias, 1 hour, 4 hour nearest. I'm only bullish, brother. Study, study, study. It is every single day. Thank you, brother. Yes, even ICT mentioned a lot about overnight big run. Overnight big run means morning session choppy price action. Most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. So when there is a big run from 1 minute chart, there is a lot of breaker. But from hourly chart, just look at this. How it went higher dramatically. And this is a random area. It should not respect from here. It's just waiting, break this area, and then go for this buy side liquidity. There is no way because all the sell side liquidity has been cleared. There is not even a single sell side liquidity left. Nothing left over here. Simply nothing left. Market trade, the lowest new week opening gap, which is here. You are seeing this box. This is the new week opening gap. Perfectly trade here and then go higher. I showed you yesterday how to take entry from here around the PM session. That buy. And then I also showed you the entries after that buy. I didn't take it. I just took the entries outside of the session. Now, guys, if I really would love to trade my account, for example, I have funded account. I'm gonna try trade it here, and I took two losses to my funded account. And then Sahil is coming, or some other people like him is coming, and started to talk shit. What is my psychology, man? I'm a human being. I'm a human being. I have my own psychology, right? I'm not a robot. I have my feelings. I have my emotion. Brother, I'm at $2,890 for a 50K account on funded account on Take Profit Trader. How do I take payout and what are the rules? What are you talking about? Let me read one more time. I think Suziman, can you please help him? I'm at 22,890 $50K account on funded account on take profit trader. How do I take payout? What are the rules? Just request $890. Just request $890 right now. Don't even push the button. Right now, request the payout $890. Okay, brother? That I think you got the reply. Just don't wait. Request the payout immediately. Tomorrow you will make 500, request that 500. Then you have make 300, request that 300. Just keep going. Okay, thank you, Suzivan, for confirming him. Yeah, that is my point, brother. Just cash it out because one 50K account gonna cost $100. If you use the code T2 wizard, then it will cost $100. Now, if you can take out like $890 from your account, it means that you have already covered that account cost as well as you have covered all other profit, right? So, like you have now a freedom. Okay. So remember what did I say? This order block, extend it to your right, wait for a bullish FVZ. Unfortunately, I don't have any bullish FVZ over here right now. Let's see if it can make a bullish FVZ. Wherever it is going to make the bullish FVZ, I want to see that is going to respect and this market will keep going higher. That bullish FVZ should not be broken. Like it should not be closed 100%. Something like that. Now I'm not going to push the button because if I push the button, it will show like this way, and then someone will come and they will start to bark. I don't wanna do that. I will wait for this market to close above this area, then we'll go for the buy. As I told, I'm not interested to look for any short of sell as I don't have any sell side liquidity. If I had the sell side liquidity, maybe I could look for some short of sell, but as I don't have any, I'll keep looking for the buy. For the first time, I will try to take the buy. I don't have any FBZ. Do I have any? I don't have any. I don't look for this type of a small gap as my FBZ. I don't care about that FBZ. Even though there is an FBZ, I'll just mark it, but I don't care about that FBZ. Very small. It's very small. Jait, please don't take any trade to that account. It's a request, brother. You have made that profit. Don't take any other trade to that account. And then just request the amount 800. This is the fun of take profit trader. If you there is just daily payout. When you are above the buffer, there is no trailing drawdown. There is no trailing drawdown. There is no other rules. Nothing. Just make money, request money, make money, request money, make money, request money. That's all. Every day. Keep doing that. Guys, I'm gonna remove this, closing this because it doesn't look good. I hope you'll understand. And I don't, I mean, close it just because I took the loss. When I took the profit, still I love to close them. Otherwise, people think that I'm over trading, so I'm just closing it. The trailing drawdown is hard until the buffer 2000. Then there is no buffer. There should not be any buffer because while I was trading, there was no buffer. I just don't know they have updated or not, but I think still the rules are same. When you will make $2,000 for 50K account, the buffer will be gone. There will be no buffer. But if there is anyone who is actually trading with take profit trader right now, you guys can confirm that. My last one was the price action account pro plus. That's why I just don't remember about the pro account. What a nice consolidation. I need my 15-second chart back. Please guys read all of these rules. It's some rules. I can see how many rules I have just written over here. Like 15, just 15 rules. Read them, follow them. If you follow them, you will be survived. That's all. Simple. This account, when I took my first trade, every single trade I shared with you. The losing trade plus the winning trade. I take losses, then I take re-entry, or I stopped, or I took the profit, and then just the last trade, okay? Just the last trade I was not able to share because I was thinking to show that to you through the live streaming. So you can see here 52,571, and the next trade was a losing trade, and the third trade was the winning trade that has covered the loss of $78. So when I took the losing trade, it was $78 loss, and then the next entry has moved to $53,000. That's why I'm not able to enter to that account right now. Otherwise, every single trade I shared with you guys. Here you can see I took my entry here. Then this market come here, cleared this relatively equal loss around this area. When it cleared it, I added more. Come back again here, this area, I push the market order. When I'm trading here, I push the market order. So I put the market order here, another five contract, five, five, five. Let the market go, took a partial, like five handle, five contract, two contract, and then five contract. I just by trailing stop loss, I got stopped out. Then I actually framed here a buy again. That was a fall. Market actually fall. So that buy was a losing trade. And then when it fall, I frame another trade at the bottom. Just I took another trade at the bottom and catch the run as long as I'm not going to pass that account. When I pass that account, they just kick me out from that account. I'm not able to enter into that account. I'm not able to show you the execution. Otherwise, I would show that to you. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not able to show that to you. Came back again here, just simply consolidating. Raman, just go to the Discord. Here is the T2 ICT T2 SMC. Okay, I just don't know. Can I? Let me see. I can that. I think you will be able to go over there. Did it? I just don't know how to go. Just come here. Trading strategy. It is trading strategy. Inside here, ICT T2 SMC. SMC here. This one. Don't know how to connect over here. What I will do, whatever I will do, you will never avoid this. Over leveraged, over trade, forbidden. No trade should be placed outside of the session. I will keep posting the rules here. Okay, just write it down. You should keep write it down. No trade is valid before the red folder news in that specific session. Very bold statement. Bold statement. In NFP week, no entry should be taken between 11:30 a.m. Wednesday to 8:30 a.m. Friday. If you have big news like NFP, CPI, PPI, PMI, you are allowed to trade from 8:31 to 8:59. Account size has to be more than 50K or max more than, just write it down, whatever it is. You have to complete your weekly analysis. It's USD bank holiday, no trade is valid. Optional, wait for the next day PM session. This is optional. If you want, you can do that. If there is no end line, there is no entry setup. End line means I don't have any sell side liquidity. I'm not framing any trade. Sell side liquidity is my end line. I have the buy side liquidity. I am only interested to take the buy because this is my end line. I know that this market is going to end over here. Like yesterday, remember all the sell side liquidity has been cleared and then market came here. That end line was the sell side liquidity. Right now, only buy side liquidity. So I'm only interested to take the buy, however. This is the gap I was talking about to you guys, like when this order block has been traded. Now finally this gap has been built. Now I'm not gonna push this button from here because again people will start to judge, okay? But in other word, that could be my buy over here. Again, stop loss just below that candle, one tick below that candle over here. Would love to go for that buy from here, and this buy side liquidity is over here. That could be my trade around this area. Now I'm not gonna push this button just because like I will wait for the, or even if I miss the trade here, I'm a bit late. I would love to push the button here around this area. So when I'm talking about here, right, I'll push the button here. Stop loss is gonna be bit higher because I've missed the entry over here, and then I will hold the trade for this buy side liquidity after taking the partial. I'm just not pushing the button, but that could be my entry again around this area. If I wanted to trade or this thing didn't happen, then I would go for this. Here I took two losses. I know they're bit bigger, but I believe that I'll get my profit back again. Here I'll take the partial, and then there I'll close the trade. So let's hold it until the partial. Let's see if it can provide me that buy. When it will close above this gap, I know it's a very small gap. I would love to add more over here. It will close above this, tap to this, I will add more over here. We'll hold it for the partial, we'll hold it for the buy side liquidity. February looks wonderful this morning, doesn't it? This is from the ICT. So if I frame to losing trade or something like that, it doesn't mean that that's the end of the world. Not the end of the world. If you are biased based, that means you know that you are only interested to take the buy or sell just because you have buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity. Nobody can stop you if you don't over leverage. Now I really don't know how how can one guy blow his account just by two losing trade, and they are not 100 handle loss, 200 handle loss, uh stop loss, just maximum 30 handle stop loss maximum. So even if I go for the 5 micro contract for 30 30 stop loss, okay, 30 handle stop loss, 5 micro contract, so I got 60 stop loss, 80 stop loss. 80 stop loss is $800. How can you blow the account? That's I never get that. Okay, I never get that. How can one guy blow his account by just 2 3 losing trade? How can one do that? This thing did I talked beforehand. When this order block has been traded, I will wait only for the bullish fair value gap, and when the bullish fair value gap appear on the chart, I will take the trade from that bullish FBC by expecting this is gonna be unfilled. This type of gap I don't mark as my unfilled gap or any sort of gap. You know that I don't mark them as anything. So I will wait for this type of clean gap, and then we'll go for re-entry opportunity by expecting the same logics, whatever I was expecting. Take the partial here. I'll put the stop loss to the break even. We'll hold the trade for this buy side liquidity. I believe it will keep going higher. Now or then it is gonna be broken and it's gonna go for this buy side liquidity. However, ICT told us to look for 26,133 as a daily drawdown, which is here. You can just go and recheck ICT's tweet, which he told 26,133 is his daily drawdown. 0.50, sorry, 0.50, okay, 133.50. That is his daily drawdown. I don't need that drawdown as well. I just need this buy side liquidity, which is 26,045.2 tick as my drawdown. It's more than enough for being profitable. All the loss I took here will be mitigated over here if I don't over leverage. It's not hindsight, it's not shit, it's not something like anybody can, I mean, complain. And what do you expect? I'm gonna frame every single winning trade, even in this lowest probable area? No, man, I'm not that good. Yeah, Sujivan, that's why I keep saying people that please go for take profit trader. They have no rules. All the prop firm will hold you or will keep holding you by the rules. By the way, anybody took that entry? Just for asking, okay? Just don't think that I see this and then I frame this. I have already talked about that. Order block has been traded. I will wait for the only bullish gap. Whenever I'll get the bullish gap, I'll try to frame that trade again to go for the trade. If there is anyone who got that run, please let me know. This is disaster right here. Disaster. Now, sometimes disaster is going to happen, brother. You have to accept that. But you are reading this market so beautifully because you have seen this relatively equal lows has been cleared over here. Trade that 1 minute last FVG. Of course, below this last FVG, I have some sell side liquidity as well around here. If it really would love to go for that, I will let this market to fall and take that liquidity. If it doesn't do that, instead of that lowest down close body close candle is an order block, as I'm not going to. Now this is the sell delivery, right? When this candle appeared, it was a bull delivery, then it inversed as a sell delivery. This is the opening gap high, still respecting around here. Now let's see. I don't want to say it's gonna close below this gap. I know it doesn't. I told that I don't care about this type of gap, but now as a what's I mean the as a post price action, I really would love to see nobody should close below the constant crossment of this gap. If it really would love to go higher, it should not close below the constant crossment of this gap. Why is that? Because I don't have any other bullish gap around here. So I have this bullish gap, which is the entry gap. In other words, two gap, one, two, two gap, the two gap concepts. So this should hold the market. More importantly, this old gap should work as a reclaimed gap. Body can't close below the constant crossment of this gap. Here, I'm in this trade. For example, I'm in this trade and come back again here. I will add more over there with so much confident that market is now going to take this relatively equal highs, this high and that high, relatively equal highs, add more over there, and we'll hold the take the partial above this relatively equal highs. Then we'll keep holding the trade and I'll let this market to keep going higher. Now I'm expecting it should not close below this constant crossment. It doesn't mean that it can't do that because this morning session can be choppy. Maybe it doesn't want to go higher right now. It will go higher around the PM session. What it will do, it will close below this gap and then I'll move my stop loss and I'll get stopped out like with smaller losses. All the loss I'll take here will be mitigated here if I follow not to over leverage. I am not over leveraging. I will never blow the account. And blowing account is nearly impossible if you don't over leverage. I took in my eval account. I'm bullish on the hourly and expecting 26045 to hit today. Okay, so you took it. Make sure you have taken some partial over here. Just take the partial and keep holding it because now this buy side liquidity is more obvious. It should clear this buy side liquidity before coming back below this low or this sell side liquidity. So if this market really would love to fall again, it has to clear first this buy side liquidity over here and then this buy side liquidity here. After clearing this buy side liquidity, it will fall. I'm gonna accept that. No problem. Yeah, okay, okay. But without clearing this obvious liquidity, it should not fall for this engineered liquidity. As long as it is above this concurrent crossment of this fair value cap, I know it is going toward that buy side liquidity. Even if it failed to clear this buy side liquidity, I know the engineered liquidity market simply just built here that is gonna be cleared. So if I add over here, or maybe I've framed a new buy for the sake of this conversation, maybe I took a new buy here. Okay. So here I took a new buy, stop loss covering the 50% of this breakaway gap. I'm gonna take the partial around here, around 1:1 from this gap, this area. Even if it fail to take it, this is going to be taken. There is nothing that can stop the market to take that buy side liquidity. Now if it doesn't take it, and that's not my fault. This is how I read the market, or every day I try to read the market. Every day this market do like this. Today overnight big run causing the consolidation. It doesn't want to go higher. It fall, stop me out. I have nothing to do. But if I want to trade, this is the trade. So here, one trade. If it doesn't work, sorry, if I get the partial and maybe by trailing the stop loss I got a stopped out, I'll add more over here, took the buy, hold the trade for this obvious liquidity. If I see the body close below this constant crossment, first time it will close above this area again, I'll move my stop loss below this low. Just put it below that low. Why? Because it's broken that obvious area. So when it's broken, I will wait for this candle to close above the most recent swing high, and when it will close above this low is protected. If it doesn't go above this area, I have to take that loss. What can I do? Simply not moving anywhere. It came here, I will add more over there. Here, I'll add more over there. Are you kidding, man? It's simply bearish. Simply bearish. No, it's not bearish. It's consolidating. So now this is the last PDRA over here. This is the last PDRA. And then you will get stopped out. I'll proudly get stopped out over here by adding more. We'll take entry here, add more over there. Stop loss is gonna cover the 50% of this gap. I'll proudly get stopped out over here because I would love to say it will go higher. It didn't work. I'll get stopped out here. I am going to stop and will wait for the next opportunity to take entry. This candle going to close below this gap. So add take here entry, got stopped out here, going to close below this gap, which is the last FVZ above this sell side liquidity. Will immediately switch the bias. Will take a small short, like this type of short here. Go for this liquidity around here. This last FVZ now will work as an inverse way for this sell side liquidity, because this was the last barricade above this sell side liquidity. If it is broken, market is going to clear that sell side liquidity. From this gap, body is not going to close above the constant crossman. Maximum it can trade this gap, so it will tap to this gap and it will keep falling. Try to catch the run from here. We'll go for this extreme liquidity by clearing some partial around this area. Fortunately, it didn't give the entry. Quick question. I have Apex 50K funded account and really don't understand 30% PNL rule. I started this morning at 51,723 and went down to 51,258 now with two losses. How does the 30% PNL rules work? Any payout problem in take profit trader? There is no payout problem with the take profit trader. At least I never heard about that. Okay, thank you, brother. So you got your reply. Thank you, Dora, for clearing that. Guys, if any of you are interested about Take Profit Trader, please make sure that you have used the code T2Wizard. Look at the 15-minute chart. What do you see over there? From 15-minute chart, what do you see? Long, long, weak, small, small body. That's all market is making. Has already moved a lot. That fall is not going to change my bias. That fall is going to give me a good area to trade without any sort of restriction. So the area from here, this whole area is a low probability for me to trade. That area is a low probable area to trade. But now, while this market is below this area, I know that it's a free fall or free flying area. So when it will fall, maybe this FVZ or maybe that FVZ, that's my area to look for the free high probable buying opportunity. Actually, there is some unfilled 50 gaps resting. I just take them first before going for buy side. Sorry, brother, I didn't read your comment. Which fair value gap you mean to say? This FVZ, that FVZ, that FVZ, that FVZ. Which one you talked about, brother? We are at the top of Monday's first presented fair value gap. Okay, it is also above the Monday's first presented FVZ. That's cool. For AM 50-minute fair value gap. For AM 50 fair value gap. So you are asking that market to come here. I don't think so. It will come here. If it come here, it's a bearish market. Let me tell you why. No, actually not bearish. I'm sorry. No, it's not bearish. Sorry, I thought that's bearish. No, you're right. Can of course come over there. Can, brother. Thank you. There's nothing wrong if it fall over there. Yeah, you're right, brother. It can fall over there. I will not take any sell. I will look for the buy. Tomorrow is a great day, or today's PM session is always is gonna be much more beautiful comparing with AM session. Let's wait for the PM session and then you will be able to see that how beautiful the price action will be around the PM session. This is a bullish market. This is not a bearish market. By the way, if any of you would love to take the sell, go for that. But I'm more interested to think about the buy only. So I'm getting a good or clean area where I don't need to worry about any sort of high resistance liquidity run. We'll wait for that high resistance, I mean low resistance liquidity run area. So when this market is here, it's not going to react from a new week or new day opening gap. Easier for me. My next entry is gonna be a winning trade for Sohil. I saw that guy to write some shit before again. I mean before as well, some days ago. I really don't understand their psychology. 25,881 sell side cleared. 25,881 sell side cleared. Okay, ICT told that 2,2500. 881, 881. Okay, so according to ICT, the sell side liquidity has been cleared. What is 80, 81? What did he say? 25,881 sell side cleared. It took equal highs on 950, then tapped into new week opening gap and respected. Now it's going for equilibrium discount favorable gap. Isn't that logic? Of course, brother, you're right. But the problem is, if this market is extremely bullish, it should not go to the discounted area or the equilibrium area. It can go to the equilibrium, but the more premium area it will work, the better it will go for this buy side liquidity. The more equilibrium area it will trade, the more consolidation will be expected. After that big run, it should continue the run toward that area, because if it really doesn't want to go over here and this new opening gap is holding the market, it means it's not going to clear the buy side liquidity by today. It means it's gonna consolidate for the rest of the day. That's why I'm expecting the more higher it will work, the better it is. So my intention was this bullish FVG that's gonna hold the market, but it's broken, market fall, maximum portion of the sell side liquidity has been cleared. This is the extreme low or the origin low of the setup or all of this run. This is the origin low. If this low is taken, there is highly probable, high probability this market is gonna just consolidate for the rest of the day. If it doesn't keep falling, it will just keep consolidate. It will not go for this buy side liquidity. That's why I'm saying that. So yeah, of course it can fall over here. There is nothing wrong. First I thought that if it come here, then it will be bearish, but it's actually a good area. uh, can fall, but the more it will work higher, the better it is. And one thing, let me tell you one more time, if this market now close above this new week opening gap, it will never fall again. It will just keep going higher. If it can close above this gap right now by the 50-minute candle, okay, can close above this new week opening gap, it will never fall. It will keep going higher. So after 3 minutes, this candle is going to close. Let's say if it can close above this gap, I don't care it is building the liquidity or not. If it close here, it's gonna go higher. But if it doesn't close, maybe it will fall. But if it keep falling, no sell is valid, because I have no idea how far it will fall. There is no end line, there is no sell side liquidity, there is nothing. This market is falling for nothing. It's just holding it bias. I mean, it's just holding on the same area. My next entry is gonna be a winning trade. I hope you got the point, brother. What is your name? Story inter. It can fall over there. First I thought it should not fall over there because that was deep discounted area, but now I have seen it's the equilibrium area. So your logic is absolutely perfect. But expectation should be very clear. After a big run, it should not go to the equilibrium. It should consolidate a bit, take the consolidation low, should keep going higher. which is market is doing right now. Build a long consolidation here. See, this long consolidation has been cleared. Now it will start to go higher. If this candle close above this new week opening gap, it's a bullish market. If this 50-minute candle can close this market, and I'll frame the buy. Again, this is a low probable area, but still, I'm not going to push the button. I'll just wait for this market to close above this area, then we'll go for the buy. It came to this last FVG from 1 minute chart. Some of you will come. I mean, start to complain. This is not the last FVG. This is the last FVG. I don't like to mark this type of a small FVG. My last FVG over here. 30 and 40 handle ticks. What did ICT told? I don't know what he told. 30 and 40 handle ticks. Let's see if it can close above this gap, new week opening gap on my right hand side. If it close above this new week opening gap, this is the origin low. This low should not be cleared, so you will mark the quadrant level of this week and you will see the magic from that quadrant level. I hope so. I'll be able to show you the magic. Yeah, that is the best perfect magic. Perfectly tapped to the lower quadrant of that week and respecting from there, going for this buy side liquidity. All I need to wait for this candle to close above this gap. If it close above this gap, buy side liquidity is obvious. Not going to take the sell side liquidity. Buy side liquidity doesn't mean this buy side liquidity. Of course, it is my target, but here this small area is my more interested area. This obvious liquidity. My next entry is gonna be a winning trade. I promise you, man. If you push the button, you are going to break your break your promise that you are not going to copy my trade. So please don't copy my trade. Go for your own trade and your own expectation. 50-minute candle, you see here, 50-minute candle has closed above this new opening gap. It has 0.0000000 possibility fall without clearing this buy side liquidity. Not extreme one, this one, the build one, engineered one. And I'm gonna mark the high and the low, the lower quadrant area. So gap is actually much more higher. I'll see if it can come here at first. Can it fall? Nearly impossible for this market to fall. There is nearly impossible, zero possibility it will fall now. The more higher it will work, the better it is bullish. The less it will work with the premium area, instead of that, it will work with the equilibrium or the discounted area, the higher opportunity it will keep falling. I'm not interested to see this market to keep falling. The whole price action right now. Morning session, boom, 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 one-sided, at least bullish. And this is just consolidating the liquidity. Now it will go for that buy side liquidity. There's no other logic. can destroy. High, low, this premium area. If it come here, this high is on the Q. If it can touch this black line, this high is on the Q. New high of daily likely now. Okay, ICT is also saying that the new high is gonna be happen likely now. Okay, new daily high is going to happen very soon. As I'm gonna be bit quiet because I told that my next entry is gonna be a winning trade. So I need to see every single price action over here. If it doesn't work, then the all credit goes to ICT because ICT told it's now going to be the high of the day. So I'm gonna give the what to say, I mean the brother, I was waiting for the good setup and I entered with the best setup, Raman. I told that my next entry is gonna be a winning trade. So I, of course, I'm not gonna push the button randomly. If I feel good, then I've pushed the button, right? So that's my best entry over here. Don't worry, brother, my stop won't be over there. I'm just afraid of the weak. So you're seeing the stop is over here. Why I put it over there? Because this candle can come here, then come here. Okay, so if I see there is a weak, I will keep my stop loss over here because weak can read the damage. It can fall until here or maybe to the 50% of this breakaway gap. But if I see the body close below this breakaway gap, breaker block, constant and crossment mean threshold, then I'll move my stop loss. So I have to cover the weak at first. The weak can read the damage. So I'm I mean, giving the highest priority to the weak right now. Please don't copy my trade. I'm just going for my own way. Will go for that trade. It doesn't mean that you are going to copy the trade. You see good things, go for the trade. If you don't see good things, don't take the trade. But don't copy my trade. It's my request. See this week over here. I was afraid of that week. I really didn't know that how far this week will go. But body's gonna tell me the story. So I'm gonna see how the body is going to close. If the body close below the mean threshold, I'll start to move the stop loss. If I see the body is not going to close below this mean threshold, instead of that, it has traded maybe here and then closed above this mean threshold, my stop loss will be safe over there. Because I don't believe in optimal trade entry, brother. unfortunately. Are you my member? No, you're not my member. My member, then you would be amazed by your optimal trade entry coming Friday. This line over here, that is the opening gap high. And if I mark another line from here, here, I prefer this market to tap to this line. If it trade this line, I'm 90% confident this market will come here and take that high. If it could trade this line. Now I need to confirm, did it trade that line or not? It has traded that line. I'm 90% sure this market will go higher. Now this candle should give me the speed toward that liquidity. This candle has to be a bull candle, has to close above this high. That specific candle has to close above that high. If it doesn't do that, then I will trail my stop loss and then I'll get stopped out here somewhere. If it doesn't close above this high. You lost today, you lost. ICT told that if you lost today, you lost. What does it mean? Now go and complain against ICT. Please go and complain against ICT. Consolidation zone. See this consolidation zone? The 50%, when it went through this 50% of this consolidation zone, it's a confirmation I'm bullish. This time, this whole consolidation is a good support. This whole consolidation zone is a good support. If this candle failed to close above this high, I will start to move my stop loss because it has to close above this high, otherwise it will keep falling. I need the confirmation right now to see the body close above this high. Body will fail to close above this high, I will move my stop loss because I will not think a good run toward the liquidity around the morning session. I'll expect around the PM session maybe the run will happen. So I'll make sure that my loss is not huge. Instead of that, I'm gonna get a small loss. Okay, now the small means 24 handle. I'm so sorry because this is the entry from 5 minute chart. So 24 handle is a smaller stop loss for 5 minute chart. All I need to see this body to close above this high. So the next two candle has to close above this high. I'm gonna go back to 1 minute chart. Not this candle. The very next candle should close above this high. the next candle, or this is the last candle, I think. Yeah, this candle has to close above that high. If it doesn't, I'll move my stop loss. If this candle failed to close above that high, I'll start to move the stop loss. I'll start that right now. I hope it will close above this high. If it fail, either way I have to move it. So 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, 0. Didn't close, so either way I have to move my stop loss. Okay, it didn't close above this high, which is here. If it could close above this high, I would be very safe and I would keep seeing the run toward that area. Now when it will fall and tap to this order block, I will start to look for some sort of bullish FVG. If it give me good, if it doesn't give me, I'll get stopped out. Simple. My stop loss should be here right now because it doesn't give me the speed I was needed. I tried my level best to frame a winning trade, and this was the highest probable entry opportunity for me. Just because of that, I went for that trade. I wish it will work. If it doesn't work, I will have to take that loss around this area. If you ask me, this is the highest probable entry opportunity from the breaker block to me. There is no PDA that can stop the market right now. Like, look at this area. There is simply nothing that can stop the market. Not even the new week opening gap, nothing. See right now, this market is trading around this area. Absolutely, I have nothing over here. So it should not respect from here. It should keep going higher. If you lost, you're lost. That's all. ICT told that. I didn't say anything. ICT told that. On the 15 5-minute chart, you can see that market came back again, trade that order block here, the lowest down close body close candle that has traded this entry gap. This candle open, trade the order block. It should build a gap over here. That gap I will expect unfilled. Market is not going to fill that gap, so I need a speed here that's gonna make a gap. So next candle and this candle is gonna be a gap over there. I need that gap. Close above this line or above this candle, I'll add more with this candle. That's 1 minute breaker block. Now, it doesn't mean that I can't trade FVZ, I can't trade order block, I can't trade those. I of course can trade them, but for me, the highest probable opportunity comes from breaker block. I love breaker block. That's my favorite PDRA. Okay, breaker block is my beautiful PDRA. So I always try to go for the, if I challenge someone, I always try to go with the breaker block, but because it never, I mean, it most of the time it made me right. It was a 26 handle run, by the way. So finally, the liquidity has been cleared. The internal liquidity that was interest to me, buy side above. Okay, ICT told that to look for the buy side above. So I'm on the way. So I'm with ICT still. I think he didn't switch his bias. He's still looking for the buy. Told that buy side is above. So I want to hold that with ICT himself. It has cleared that buy side liquidity tapped to this new week opening gap low. This precision, I don't like it. If it would go a bit higher of this area, for example, here somewhere, maybe that could be awesome. But this thing I don't like. Like the way it tapped to the low, so perfect. I don't like this perfection. I'm gonna go back to 5 minute chart to see what is going to happen. Okay, so from 5 minute chart, still there is no bullish FVG. It can come back again one more time to trade this order block. There is nothing wrong. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 times trade this order block. Going to move my stop loss a bit lower below this order block, actually below that order block, so that I don't get a stop out prematurely. That's all. I will add more if I see the body close above this box, highest candle. If it can close above this gap, I'll look for the, I will add more over there. Unfortunate thing is I'm not getting the speed. I need the speed and I'm not getting that speed. That's the problem. Should give me the speed. It's not giving it. It can't break that new week opening gap this time. It's gonna be disaster for the rest of the day. All the sell side has been cleared. Market failed to clear the extreme low or the origin low of the setup. Why it's holding? Why it is spending time around this area? Come back again to trade this 5 minute order block from the 5 minute chart. That order block came back again. Trade that order block. Should go higher. Also, liquidity has been cleared. This 15 minute candle came until here, and now it is going to close below this new week opening gap. Sorry, new day opening gap. Disaster. I moved my stop loss intentionally because that obvious liquidity has been cleared over here. That clean buy side liquidity has been cleared over here, and market failed to close above this area. When it failed to close above that area, the lowest PDR is that order block from 5 minute chart. If this order block failed, that means it's more interested to trade the lowest or the last FVG. So either way, I'm not interested to hold the trade with that extremely strong stop loss. So moved my stop loss just below the order block from the 5 minute chart. Later I moved it a bit higher. See this, that lowest down close body close candle, see here, here, that is like beautiful candle. Okay, so just put it below this candle, a bit below of this candle. so that I can make sure that my stop loss is safe both from 5 minute chart as well as from 1 minute chart order block, as well as market has cleared the sell side liquidity, traded that gap, which is the entry gap from I think from the what is that time frame? I think from 5 minute chart. Yeah, from 5 minute chart to retest this entry fair value gap. Can it go higher? This is the last FBC that should not be tested. That means it should not tap here, start to react. I'll cover the lower quadrant of this week now. Just the lower quadrant of that week. That has cleared the liquidity, traded a fair value gap. The quadrant level of that week, I'll give the priority. Just lower quadrant has been covered by my stop loss. Let's see if it can go higher. Maximum fall should be until the 50% of this weak quadrant level. Go higher or never go higher, something like that. Go higher now or never go higher. If I see it's respecting that gap, I'll put my stop loss to the break even. This gap I can use to take entry. For example, I was not in a trade, I could use this gap to take my entry. So when this candle is going to close above this gap, I could take my entry from that gap by putting the stop loss below that candle. As I'm already in a trade, I'm not going to frame any new trade. That's why I'm not marking this gap. Otherwise, sometimes not sometimes, most of the time you see that I marked this gap, not that gap. This gap I marked to take entry. So finally, happy to see that finally this is the first time market has closed above this new day opening gap. This is the really a good news for me because it closed above this new opening gap. Now it can fall to the new day opening gap and keep going higher. I'm gonna remove the 5 minute breaker block from my chart because it's a lot of lines over here, so a lot of things over here. I'm gonna remove it. Gonna keep this 1 minute breaker block because I will add more over there if it provide me that opportunity. Tap here, respected that gap, I'll put my stop loss to the break even. Now or never. Go higher now or never. I really don't know it will be respected or not, so I moved it right now. Didn't put the stop loss to the break even. We'll wait to see if it just stop me out here or if it give me another opportunity to put it to the break even. So respecting this gap, the volume imbalance. Will respect this gap. I'll move my stop loss to the break even. I want to see this gap will be broken with speed, like two candle. If one candle can break it, best case of scenario, but like two candle, three candles, something like that should be broken. Premium and discount logic told me that well, this line has been traded over here. This line, when it has been traded, it's bullish, not bearish anymore. Only bad thing is here the body has closed below the gap 50%. The only bad thing I have seen over here. Like one candle respecting, the next candle still respecting, bearishness. Not the long fall, just a small fall, something like that. But in the meantime, I'll get stopped out. If it just fall, small fall, if it gives that. There's no bullish PDRA that I can mark over here that will help me to understand that it's falling to trade that bullish PDRA. Just simply nothing I have here. Why it is reacting? I'm not seeing this is a reaction. This is just like reversal, reversal kind of thing. Because there is no bullish PDRA that I could use or mark to see that the reaction is falling for to trade that bullish PDRA. Now it will go higher. Nothing like that way. Yeah, it's going to fall and stop me out. I'll get stopped out over here from, yeah, that is the stopped out over here. Was not able to hold it for this area anymore just because this is the last area this market should hold, and it is holding. So rest of the time maybe it will keep consolidating and it will keep struggling to break this area and then it will go higher. I tried my level best. If I go for this trade, it has just given me that 26 handle, something like that, just 26 handle run. So I just didn't take my partial. I wanted to hold it until that area. But in other word, the run from here, that breaker block to until here, it's just above this area. You can simply go for the partial and stop out to the break even. However, this is what it is. It has fallen. Now it will rest of the time it will keep consolidating here. It will keep going higher. Just don't need to worry about that because this is the lunch hour. Have to come back around the PM session again. Have to look for the buying opportunity again. And then if it provide me that buy or that run toward that liquidity, maybe it will be easier around the PM session. If it doesn't, then this is the price action after the big run around the overnight. Overnight big run causes cancer. Here is that cancer. Unfortunately, I was really shocked by that run. That's why I traded before 9 around, I mean not before 9, around 9, like 8:44, 8:47, because we had a news. I tried to trade here, took two win trade, one losing trade, and then stopped or passed that account. Just overnight big run, be careful around the morning session. This is what it is happening. It will go higher eventually, but unfortunately, how many times it's gonna be respected here, nobody knows that. It will keep bouncing in this, in between the new week opening gap, new week opening gap, keep bouncing over here. Finally it will go higher. Just remember the buy side liquidity is on the queue, not this extreme buy side liquidity, that one. This is gonna be cleared over here, that is going to be cleared. Now I could simply put my stop loss over here and keep waiting for how it is going to go over there. That is illogical because when the market is going to show me something, I have to react with that. So I have reacted with that, got stopped out near my entry point. That's better. Just didn't want to hold the stream, live streaming, by putting the stop loss over here to hold it for that boom. You will come back later and you will see it has hit that buy side liquidity. After getting stopped out here, I always prefer to take re-entry without holding the trade. However, this is going to work. Just remember, uh, when it is going to clear that buy side liquidity, I don't know, but it is going to clear that buy side liquidity. How many times it will keep respecting? No idea. However, guys, this is not a good day. First of all, this is really not a good day. Overnight big run always cause the morning session choppy, and it's the choppy price action. Bias should be bullish. There should not be any kind of sell setup. If you can wait for the PM session, that is the best case of scenario, because after the PM session, sorry, after the lunch hour, price action most of the time is good. Most of the time it's good price action. Come back around PM session 12:50, you'll find the good setup toward the liquidity. Around the PM session, if you see bodies above this area, 15-minute candle body closed above this area, this buy side liquidity on the queue. If you see before the PM session, body didn't close above this line, it can keep consolidating for the rest of the day. Today is a bad day. You have to know when it's gonna be a bad day. If you see overnight big run, you will previously know that, like prematurely you know that it's gonna be a bad day. And in the bad day, you will go with the lowest leverage size, with the lowest amount of the trade entries. That means one or two loss stop over there. Otherwise, nobody can survive to this market if you are not careful about the bad days. Nobody has the hand to make it a good day or bad day. Be it overnight big run, morning session choppy. Simple rules. Thank you guys for being over here. It's really disaster price action, and you know why it is disaster. You knew it before it happened. That's all, brother. Okay, so here I have just gonna close the stream for today. We'll come back tomorrow, maybe. If I find something good, I will talk to you around the PM session. Tomorrow's morning session I'll be a bit late, and around the morning session it will be public live. And after from the lunch hour, I'll start the members only live to talk about this range. Okay, range. That's why I just didn't add anything for the range or the the dealing range actually. I hope it will be insightful for all of you guys. Be careful in this type of days where there is a choppy price action is expected. But don't change your bias. Keep don't looking for sell buy sell buy. Don't look that. Just go for one-sided run. Tapped to the low of the new week opening gap. Yeah, I saw that and I didn't like it. That's why I was so much confident this market will go higher and it will go higher. Have a good rest of the day, brother. I had a small green day in funded account and a big winning in Eval account. See you tomorrow, God willing. Best of luck, brother. See you tomorrow. Thanks to you, obrigado. No problem, Jamil. By the way, how many of you are going to close your day with the red? With red, just let me know to the comment box before closing the stream. How many of you have the red? If you have the red, that means you took losses. Don't try to mitigate your loss by today. Please, it's a request. Or don't wait, also don't go for the trade as long as it's not going to close above this high. Don't look for the sell. Keep looking for the buy. Wait for this candle to close above this high or above this zone. Then try to go for one more trade if you can uh, mitigate your loss. Otherwise, let today go. You have seen that last week 3 days was wrong. After 3 days, every single day was a winning day. Every single day until today. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, last Friday, last Thursday. These 5 winning days, consecutive winning days. And then today, again a bad day. Tomorrow, maybe it's gonna be a good day or bad day, whatever it is. So one day or 2 days gonna be a bad day. Rest of the days are gonna be good day. So don't blow your account in these type of bad days. Wait for the good days, make money on good days, stop with a small loss in the bad days. If you are lucky, or if you got the winning trade, or if you just were like very conservative by trailing stop loss taking partial, you got small profit, stop over there, brother. This is good. Don't tilt your bias. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Don't do that. Hold your bias. Wait for the run to appear. When the run is going to be appeared, just go for the trade. Simple. I'm green in 2 groups and red in one group of accounts. Is that red severe, brother? Green. Sujivan, congratulations. Short week 7. Red. Brother, don't try to mitigate your loss today. Wait for tomorrow or the next week. Most of the people are going to blow the account because around this morning session they took some small losses. They will think I can't let this day go with the red. So if I were trading, maybe I would be stopped with some losses. I would also stopped with some losses. I really don't know, can I show that to you or not? I'm getting no other way, right? Just before closing, I'd love to talk a bit here. Okay, sorry, I have to talk about that because thinking that I'm gonna show this to you the live, but now as I have passed that account, they are not letting me do that or enter over there. So let me show this to you in short. Okay, that was the buy side liquidity I was interested to see. Market is going to clear from 1 minute chart. That was the buy side liquidity. You see this entries area, it's actually from 15 second chart, but if you look on your 1 minute chart on my right hand side, you'll understand that where I'm actually focusing. Okay, just how can I show that to you? I think it was around 840. Okay, so 840, around 840 area. So just remember the candle size over there, then you will understand what I mean to say. The candle size. Okay, over here, this is that area. This low and that low, they're the same. Over here, this low and that low. Here, this low and that low. And then here some lows. This candle has cleared that lows over here. That low, this lows, this candle has cleared that low. Around this area, while I was in front of my chart, I was watching how this market is going to work around the 8:30 period of time. This gap was my first priority over here, that this market is going to come back again to this gap. That's why I didn't frame any trade from there. I had waited for this area because I was pretty much confident after clearing this high, after clearing that high over here, around here, while it was falling, it will tap to this gap at least until the 50%. Below here, I have this obvious liquidity, so I was not interested to see this gap is going to be broken, which you can see later respected so beautifully here. That is that area respected so beautifully. However, I was really more interested to see it will fall for this equilibrium and then it will start to go higher. Unfortunately, it didn't do that. It come until here, went market higher, cleared that high, started to fall. So this time around the news, I was 100% sure market is going to fall for this area. I was planning to take the buy over here, but market didn't do that. Come until here, I was watching that week over here, how it is going to trade that week. And after trading this area, when saw this run, I immediately went to 15-second chart and I found the first entry around here. Okay, so take entry here to that specific candle, add here, add here. That's the thing you were seeing from 15-second chart around this area. This is that candle. First push the button here. When it went higher, built relatively equal highs. Around here, fall, cleared all of this accumulation, added more there, went higher, fall again, added while it for this candle fall, it was my order block, added more with this order block, but later actually took that order block. I was really depressed by seeing this, but instead of that, it has built this consecutive order block here, but I didn't do nothing over there because this time order block failed. I was marking bad order block, so it was beautiful order block but didn't add anything over there. Took the partial, and then finally moved the stop loss, got stopped out. This is all before the stream, I mean, sorry, 9:30 open, just because I was expecting the consolidation on the AM session because of the big run, and around 8:30 to 9 was my highest opportunity to go for the trade. While this market trade here, and then this candle stopped me out. After getting stopped out by that specific candle, now this is all from 15-second chart, but I'm trying my level best to show you the logic behind taking those entries. Just I'm trying to show you depending on the 1 minute chart. Okay, so in 15-second chart, if you have the opportunity, you will be able to see there is a gap. Okay, so exactly I'm just marking this gap, but you will go to your 15-second chart, you will see there is another gap over here. So far I remember there is another gap. So this market fall when I got stopped out here by trailing stop loss, because my target was this line. That was my target when I got stopped out, and I have seen this market. This is the last time it cleared that low. I took another buy over here. My stop loss was just below this candle. While this candle appeared on the 15-second chart, there was an opportunity to take the buy, and then got stopped out again. I was not interested to see this is going to be traded. Instead of that, I was more interested to see this gap, because from 15-second chart it was more beautiful. Okay, I'm just not able to show you this. So when I got stopped out here, I think 36 to 840 handle, $40, something like that. I took the loss here. Immediately this candle closed from 15-second chart, added more over there, hold it, and then all of this reversal, I kept my stop loss below this low, around this low, because there was no unfinished business. And at the same time, the lowest down close body close candle is the order block, added while it went started to higher, reacting from this order block from 1 minute chart, but from 15-second chart, beautiful fair value gap. Go back if you have any opportunity to go to the 15-second chart, you will be able to see there is another beautiful fair value gap that has been traded, added more over there, and then closed the trade here, and then finally closed around here because it already touched $3,000. So that's why I just closed it here, and then all of this area. That's why I started my live also a bit later today. I will say, brother, why don't you do that trading inside the streaming? Because it's huge pressure. It's a huge pressure because of these toxic people. If I just frame a losing trade, they will start bullshit. But they don't know this morning session is gonna be a choppy session because overnight big run. Now, if you don't trade here, you don't need to worry about that. Let the morning session go, come back around the PM session. You will get better price action. This setup will work. I just don't want to hold the stream for until PM session. I just trailed the stop loss, got stopped out. These highs will be cleared even if it failed to clear that high. It will be cleared. I just giving you the challenge. It's gonna be cleared. After clearing this liquidity, if the 50-minute candle close above the new week opening gap, there is a possibility market will fall for this sell side liquidity. Okay, so here you can see market left some sell side liquidity. There is a possibility market will fall for this sell side liquidity depending on the candle close. If the 50-minute candle close above this new week opening gap zone, above this zone, then the buy side liquidity is on the queue. If it failed to close above this zone, instead of that, this is that high I'm showing to you. Okay, this is that high on my here. That is that high. If it cleared that high, that yeah, cleared that high, closed inside this gap, there's a high probability market will fall for this sell side liquidity. If you see the body close above this high, this is on the queue and market is gonna clear that buy side liquidity by any chance. By anyhow, it's gonna clear that. But to be honest, everything is gonna depend on the 50-minute candle to close either above this new week opening gap or below this new week opening gap. I mean, not only the new week opening gap, new day opening gap. Okay, so this zone, if it close above this zone, buy side is gonna be taken. If it doesn't close above this zone, the sell side liquidity will be on the queue. But buy anyhow, this is gonna be cleared. If I frame the buy here, this is gonna be the target. Market is going to clear. Simple. In the meantime, maybe we'll see a lot of this consolidation and a lot of this hard price action. However, it is. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. Tomorrow is gonna be a good day. Don't overtrade. Don't get panicked because I got some losses. I wanna mitigate my loss. Don't get panic. Don't ruin your funded account, challenge account, whatever it is. Just don't ruin it. Tomorrow is a great opportunity. Tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow is a beautiful, beautiful day rather than today. Always remember, tomorrow is gonna be a greater opportunity rather than today. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers, guys.